So law of attraction, manifestation, magic, it's all very hip, it's all very trending right now. And I feel like I really want to add to the conversation because I've had such a lived experience of what it's like to try and purely create my reality from the level of just my mind. What I've learned about manifestation is that what we carry in our bodies, which is the portal for our manifestation, the very concept of manifestation, to make something manifest, means to birth it into the physical reality. And so any model of manifestation or law of attraction that doesn't get the body involved doesn't make any sense. And so what I experienced for a good 15 years was trying to create my life, trying to make my life be the way that I wanted it to be, while at the same time refusing to feel my emotions, refusing to process all the stuff in my body that had been basically interfering with anything that I wanted to call in. And so I'd really love to share with you guys what I learned from that experience. So we live in a universe of energy. It's all energy, it's all frequency, it's all vibrating at a certain rate, which either gives us the illusion of physical reality or means that we can't actually see or experience things because it's beyond the realm of our five senses. But everything is energy. And it's no different when it comes to magnetism. So if I'm wanting to magnetize something into my field, if I'm wanting to call in a certain experience, then I get to hold that frequency. And then I get to clear out anything in my energetic field that is out of alignment with that frequency. So a really good example from my own experience recently is I've been contemplating money and why I've had such a hard time with creating abundance. And I realized that I didn't value myself. I was holding a frequency in my being saying I'm not valuable and money is more valuable than I am. And so what I've been experiencing is that the world hasn't been valuing me because I was holding a frequency that said I am not valuable. And so that frequency is actually out of alignment with what I said that I want, which is money, which is value. And so what I've done is actually go in and start processing and removing all the beliefs, all the thoughts, all the old emotions within my body, within my being that hold the frequency of I'm not valuable. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve money. Money's more valuable than I am. And replacing that with, actually, no, I am incredibly valuable. Incredibly valuable. And it's not just about trying to convince ourselves of something that we think is not true or we feel is not true, because energy never ever lies and the body never lies, which is why affirmations only work when all of us is like, yes. You know, have you ever had the experience of using an affirmation and saying to yourself, I am abundant, I am abundant, I am abundant. And then there's this little voice in your head that goes, no, you're not. No. And so that is what I'm going to refer to as the long way to manifestation, because you can brainwash yourself into believing that eventually, which then will translate into the body over a long period of time. And that's what I've done for a really long time. But I'm learning that when I'm actually holding something in my mind, visualizing something that I want, and then noticing the sensations and the feelings and the thoughts and the beliefs and the parts of me that are not a match for that energy, when they come up, instead of just trying to pretend they're not there, actually looking at them, actually feeling them, actually processing them and removing them from my energetic field so that they're not interfering. Because it's like a radio frequency. So if I'm trying to tune into like 97.9 FM, but I haven't tuned out fully of 67.7 FM, then there's an interference pattern. And so it's not a clear signal. And so you won't get clear results. That is magnetism. It's all frequency. It's all energy. And so when we're not able to fully embody, like, yes, I am valuable. I am so valuable. Everything that I put out into the world holds the frequency of value. Then we're just going to have an interference pattern. It's when we can combine vision and like visualization and imagination and thinking and being really clear on what we want to call in, and we can feel that in our bodies and we can embody the frequency of I already have that. That's when we become like a magnet for all the experiences and all the opportunities that are going to back up and reflect that back to us. So I myself used to come from this space of like, if I think about it and I hold it in my mind and I vision it and I write it out and I get really clear on it, then it has to happen, because that's what I'd learned about the law of attraction. And what I was missing for like a really long time was this big, huge part of my energy field, my body, that was holding all of this emotion, all of these experiences, all of these beliefs, all of this energy that was going, no, you're not any of those things. None of that is possible. And it wasn't until I started really digging into the piece around embodiment as the missing link to like effortless manifestation, effortless magnetism of the things that we want. Because I started clearing all of that interference out of my energy field. And it's not easy, and I think this is why a lot of people don't talk about it, because it's not comfortable. You know, it means that you get to go in and feel all the pain and feel all the grief and all the anger and all the things that you've been trying to run away from for however long. But the longer that we don't look at those things and we don't process them, the longer they're just going to stay in our field, being an interference pattern, meaning that we can't actually effortlessly call in all of the magnificent, like amazing experiences that are available to us when we go in, when we clear all of that stuff from our field by actually feeling it. Emotions just are energy in motion. They're just waiting for us to go, oh, okay, I'll stop trying to pretend you're not there. It's like a rock in your shoe. You know when you got a rock in your shoe and you're like, oh no, I can deal with it. And it's just like irking you. And then you stop and you take your shoe off and you get the rock out and you put your shoe on and you're like, oh, that feels so much better. It's like that. It doesn't actually take that long to process the emotions when we learn the tools. And I'll do another video on those tools, but on a very simple level, it's breath, sound, movement. Breath, sound, movement. And so it doesn't matter what you're trying to manifest. Doesn't matter what you're trying to magnetize. If you've got an energetic frequency that is not in alignment with those things in your field, it's always going to interfere with how much you can call in. I'm not saying that using just your mind and just visualization and just imagination and all of those really important pieces doesn't work. I'm just saying that there's an easier and more effortless way. That means that we just have to go in and look at the parts of ourselves and the pieces that are going, excuse me, can you just pay attention to me? You know, they just want our love and our attention. And then they can shift. And then we open ourselves up to receive even more amazingness. And so this ability to create our reality comes from being able to focus our attention and our energy into fully embodying the energy that we're wanting to call in. And then our job is to just pay attention to what's coming up, to the fear, to the pain, to the stories that tell us we can't do it, and clear those and come back to the vision. Because the frequency, as in how often you can hold that frequency, determines the frequency, as in how often that frequency shows up in your existence. And so when we keep bringing ourselves back, processing what comes up, and then bringing ourselves back, and then processing what comes up, we get faster and faster and faster. It means that we can more often hold the bodily sensation of yeah, that's fucking possible and that's actually happening. Yes, yes, yes. Which is such a potent energy when it comes to manifestation and creation. Vision combined with feeling, combined with belief. That's fucking magic. So I really hope you guys have got something from this video. I will be posting more content on the tools and tips to process our energy, process our emotions, feel and express them so that they're no longer interfering with our frequency. And if you're enjoying this content, then please hit subscribe and share and like and all the things. And until next time, have a magical day.